All right, let's just jump right in. If you're part of a nonprofit, you know there's a number that probably keeps you up at night. It's this quiet, constant drain on your mission, your resources, everything. We're talking about donor retention, of course. And today, we're going to look at how AI is completely changing the game on this age-old problem. Yeah, that's it. 45%. That is the average donor retention rate for nonprofits right now. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. For every 100 donors you fought so hard to bring in last year, 55 of them, poof, they're not going to give to you again this year. They're just gone. So you gotta ask, right? Where did more than half of your supporters go? Did they just lose interest? Did they forget you exist? Or, and this is the big one, was there something you could have done to keep them fired up about your cause? That's the real challenge we're digging into. Let's just call this what it is. It's a crisis. Every single nonprofit is basically trying to carry water in a leaky bucket. You can work yourself to the bone, pouring new donors in the top, but if you don't plug those holes at the bottom, you are just running on a hamster wheel. And this isn't just a gut feeling. The latest data from the GitNux 2026 market report lays it out in black and white. More than half the people who believed in your mission enough to open their wallets are vanishing inside of a year. This is way more than a statistic. It's a massive roadblock to any kind of sustainable growth. And here's where it gets really interesting. That leak gets way worse depending on who the donor is. Sure, you might hang on to about half of your major donors, but look over here at the first-time givers. You lose 77% of them after that very first gift. That's your entire future pipeline of support just evaporating. And look, the cost of all this churn goes way beyond just the lost donation checks. The real damage is hiding in your budget, in your team's morale, and your long-term stability. It creates this cycle that is just so hard to break out of. This slide right here just says it all. It costs 5 to 10 times more in money, in staff time, in effort to go out and find a brand new donor than it does to just keep one you already have. Chasing new people while your existing supporters are walking out the back door, it's bad business. And you know why this happens. Trying to do this manually is a nightmare. You have no clue who's about to leave. Your amazing team is burning out, sending generic emails that nobody reads. Your donor data is a total mess, scattered across a dozen different spreadsheets and systems. And when you finally ask for a new tool to help, it feels impossible to prove to the board that it'll be worth it. Sound familiar? But what if you could see it coming? What if you had that early warning system? Well, this is where AI completely changes the conversation. It's not about replacing your team. It's about giving them a superpower, a smart, targeted list of exactly who needs a human touch and when. So what is this predictive AI anyway? It's actually pretty simple. Think of it like a super smart assistant that reads through all of your past donor data, every gift, every email open, every event they came to, and it finds the tiny, subtle clues that show someone is starting to drift away. It gives you a heads up, a chance to step in before they're gone for good. And it's not magic. Here's how it works. Step 1, the AI connects to all those messy systems and pulls all your data into one place. Step 2, it sifts through it all, looking for those hidden patterns. Step 3, it gives every single donor a simple risk score, low, medium, or high. And boom, step 4, it hands your team a prioritized list that basically says, hey, call these 20 people this week. They're about to leave. And this is so important. The nonprofit tech expert Beth Cantor just nails it here. The organizations that are winning with AI aren't getting rid of people. They're using AI to aim their most precious resource, that real human connection, at the exact spot where it'll make the biggest difference. Okay, so that's superpower number 1. But this leads us to the second massive advantage of AI, finally cracking the code on personalization at scale. You can't write a personal thank you note to 10,000 donors, right? But AI can help make every single one of them feel like they're the only donor you have. And hey, if you're worried your donors are going to find this creepy or something, don't be. The data shows that 2/3 of them are totally cool with nonprofits using AI. But, and this is a big but, it has to be used to make the connection feel more human, not less. This is it, right here. The author Penelope Burke says donors leave because they don't feel like their gift actually mattered. That's the core reason. While AI is the tool that lets you deliver a personalized impact story or a specific thank you to the right donor at the exact moment they need to hear it to feel like a hero. Now, everything we've talked about so far is about fixing the problem you have today. But there is a huge, time-sensitive opportunity coming up that makes AI not just a nice-to-have, but an absolute gotta-have-it necessity. Just look at this number for a second.
144 million. This isn't just a small change. This represents a massive shift in the entire fundraising landscape.
So what is that number? What does it mean? Starting in 2026, a new tax law is going to allow 144 million Americans to deduct their charitable gifts even if they don't itemize their taxes. This is going to unlock a gigantic new wave of motivated everyday donors. And there's just no way, no possible way you can engage that many new people effectively without some serious AI-powered help. Okay, so you get it. You see the problem, you see the massive opportunity. But how in the world do you convince your board to make the investment? Let's talk about the thing they care about most, the return on investment. And seriously, the numbers here are just staggering. And look, this isn't a fantasy. This is happening right now, in the real world. UNICEF Australia used predictive AI and saw a 26% increase in their net revenue. Animal Haven used it to spot potential monthly givers and boosted their recurring donor base by 264%. This stuff pays for itself and then some. I mean, this chart says it all, doesn't it? That tiny little bar on the left, that's the cost of the AI tool. That giant bar on the right, that's the money it helps you keep. And how massive can that return be? Well, get ready for this. 1,500%. Yeah, you heard that right. Okay, I know what you're thinking. 1,500%? No way. But here's how. The analysis shows that if your AI model helps you prevent just 30% of those high-risk donors from leaving, which is a totally achievable goal, the return on what you spent for the tool can be over 1,500%. It's that powerful. So let's just end on this thought. Right now, today, buried inside your spreadsheets and your CRM, your donors are sending you signals. They're telling you if they feel connected, they're telling you if they feel valued, and they're telling you if they're about to walk away forever. The only question left is it time to start listening?